Welcome to this video manual that will take you through how to make an all-round analysis. Start by calibrating the fluorometer. You need fluorometer, analysis rack, calibration standard, and an empty cuvette, a black cuvette, and a smartphone. Make sure all chemicals are equilibrated to room temperature. First, you start the BactiQuant app on your smartphone and press Start, Stop. Press Create to start a new session. To prepare the analysis, press Incomplete. Now, fill in the chemistry batch number and the room temperature. Turn on the fluorometer. Press On. The display should read UV and 0 or 0,0. Press Standard Value. Make sure the value is the same as listed on the reverse side of the fluorometer. Use a black cuvette and a calibration standard. Transfer the calibration standard liquid to the cuvette. Avoid touching the lower part of the cuvette. Press Calibrate. Press Enter. Place the black cuvette in the fluorometer and press Enter. Remove air bubbles from the calibration standard cuvette by gently tapping the cuvette against a table. Place the cuvette in the fluorometer. Close the lid and press Enter. Press Enter to finalize the calibration. Now press Read. You're now given the standard value measured. The value should be within 2% of the standard value. Enter the standard value measured in the app. You've now calibrated the fluorometer. To determine the analytical blank, you need the fluorometer, the analysis rack, developer with an empty cuvette, a 1 milliliter syringe, substrate, an adapter, and a smartphone. Attach the adapter to the substrate bottle. Attach the syringe to the substrate bottle. Turn the substrate bottle upside down. Push down the syringe plunger. Transfer 0.35 milliliters of substrate to the syringe. Make sure that there's no air in the syringe. Transfer the substrate to the developer in the cuvette. Mix by pumping the liquid up and down 3 times in the cuvette using the syringe. Turn on the fluorometer. Place the cuvette in the fluorometer and close the lid. Press Read. This value is termed the blank value. Enter the blank value in the app. The blank value should be less than 200. The items you need for the sample filtration include sterile 0.2 micrometer filters, sterile 60 milliliter syringes, water samples, and a marker. Enter the sample number, volume, and analysis time in the app. Press Start the analysis. Turn the sample 3 times. Transfer the water sample to a 60 ml sample syringe. Write the sample ID on the filter. Attach the syringe with the water sample to the new filter disc marked with the corresponding sample ID. Push the water sample through the filter and collect the excess sample, filtrate, into a proper waste bottle. Detach the filter from the syringe. Fill the syringe with air, reattach the filter, and use the air to push out the remaining liquid into the waste bottle. Dispose of the syringe. To prepare the analysis, you need the fluorometer, the rack with cuvettes with the developer, substrate, filters, blunt needles, syringes, and a smartphone. Transfer 2.5 ml of substrate to the syringe. Make sure that there's no air in the syringe. Gently attach the syringes to the filters. Then, place the syringes with filters on the rack, as shown. Repeat the routine for each sample. Empty the developer into the cuvettes. Place the blunt needles in the rack. Flush the filter with the substrate. Surplus liquid is collected in the glass vial for disposal. Attach the filter with the syringe to the blunt needle. Rapidly repeat the routine for each sample. Start the stopwatch in the app. After 30 minutes, the assay is terminated by placing the filter with the syringe and blunt needle in the developer and flushing back and forth twice. Be careful not to scratch the side of the cuvette. Rapidly repeat the routine for the remaining samples. Turn on the fluorometer. Gently remove air bubbles. Place the cuvette in the fluorometer and close the lid. Press Read. Enter the fluorescence reading analysis value in the app.